Forex trading is not an industry that is designed for poor people. To be honest with
Oh
you,
wow.
it wasn't designed for poor people. Just like real estate is
Oh
not designed
wow.
for poor people.
That's right.
There are a series of investment vehicles. We have investment vehicles that are low risk. Now, low risk, low return. We have investment vehicles that are medium risk and then medium return. And then we have investment vehicles that are high risk and high return.
So you are a trader.
Yes, I am. At risk of that.
So yeah, your aspect, everybody's a trader, goods and services, basically. So long as you trade, essentially, everybody's a trader. But you trade the foreign exchange market.
Yes, thank
So
you.
what's that like? What's that like to you?
Well, trading the financial market, for example, let me just do a brief introduction. Somebody may be asking that what is the financial market? The
Mm.
financial market is exchange of one currency over another. So
Mhm.
if you are like a Nigerian and you want to travel to the UK, you need to exchange your naira for the pound, right? So that process of exchange is called foreign exchange.
Mm.
But when it has to do with us traders, we trade it on a digital platform, right? So how is it like trading the financial market? It's absolutely awesome because it provides you a wide range of benefits, one of which is time freedom. So if you are working in an organization, you have to resume at a certain time, close at a certain time, right? But when you are trading the financial market, we have various sessions. You can decide to trade any of the sessions you want, right? Another benefit it provides you is location sensitive in the sense that or location freedom.
Mm.
If you're working as a doctor, you have to go to a hospital to work. You have to have a location that you work. But for me, I can be here in Nigeria and I can be trading the forex market. I can travel to US tomorrow and I can still be trading that same forex market, making the same money in the same currency. You understand?
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
that's a wide range of benefits amongst a lot. And then the last thing I will say is that um, when it has to do with certain career, the amount of money you can make is capped within a certain period of time. Your money grows gradually. But in the first market, there's something we call leverage. You
Mm.
can make a lot of money within a short period of time because of leverage. Of course, you can also lose, but these amongst
Mhm.
others are the benefits and how
All
forex
right,
trade.
thank you. So I was going to ask, you are a financial trader.
Mhm.
So what's the difference? I wish I had somebody that in quotes now gambles, but yeah, no.
Okay.
I was going to ask, what's the are you different from a? I'm trying to let me use the word gambler now. For a
Mhm.
gambler, and if yes, why are you different? If
Wow.
no,
I'm sure different from a gambler. You know, when a lot of people say that forex trading is gambling, I just look at them and I see that
hmm,
that's a demonstration of lack of knowledge or ignorance.
okay,
The reason is because when you talk about gambling, gambling focuses more on luck or unpredictable outcome. You are just
okay,
focusing on luck to get a result. But when you talk about forex trading, in forex trading involves a series of analysis. Number one, we do fundamental analysis. What is fundamental analysis? We are analyzing world events, global events, things that has to do with economics. Like for example, if we analyze the employment rate of a country, we can use it to deduce how the currency would act. Do you understand? When we analyze the inflation rate of a country, called CPI, Consumer Price Index, we would use that to deduce how the currency would move. When we analyze global events like wars, geopolitical tension, we use that to deduce how they. So these are analysis based on real-time data. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
mm-hmm.
Number two, when we deal with first and okay, I said number one, fundamental analysis. We do technical analysis, analyzing the charts and looking at past events to speculate future events because many people say a lot of time that past events are a close pointer to future events. So we use technical analysis to speculate that this is what's going to happen. We do intermarket analysis. We are analyzing we're analyzing gold, we're analyzing the dollar, we're analyzing the stock market. We are doing all those analysis to see how everything is moving to make a speculation. We are not just saying this is what we are doing, we are analyzing this. No, we are doing a series of analysis. And the last, we do sentiment analysis. What's the sentiment of the market at this time? Is it do people feel like it's a risk off market or is a risk on market? These are series of analysis we do Then in spite of all this, we take risk management very, very seriously. Any business you do globally, any business, it involves risks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just like um doing business, and you have to pay for cost of doing business, the losses we take in the market are the cost of doing business. And then what you need to do is to cap your risks at a certain percentage. You understand? People
Mm-hmm.
that excuse me, people that even um get tankers from abroad. Do you know that they have situations where their tankers will be coming from overseas with the ship, and everything will capsize? Good, that's risk, and it's calculated into it. So that's how in
Mm.
the forex market too we have some of those
Oh.
risks. Now let me now say this finally: when your trading becomes gambling, when you enter into the market without adequate knowledge, which is what a lot of people do. So I give people this example. A student studying medicine, which is in 200 level, if you ask that student to get into a surgery room and perform a delicate surgery, will that student fail? Yes, not because he or she is not a doctor, because of the lack of adequate knowledge. So if
Mm.
you come into the forex market and you think it's just an industry that you work on the road, and you expect yourself to manage risks, which is an industry on its own, I tell people that forex trading shouldn't be called forex trading. It should be called risk managers,
Mm.
because you are supposed to learn how to manage risks. So that student, the patient obviously is going to die because of lack of adequate knowledge. That's how if you come into the industry and you don't have adequate knowledge, you are going to lose and you become a gambler.
Mm.
But
Wow.
forex trading is not gambling. Lastly,
Wow.
do you know that central banks trade the forex market? They trade the
Mm.
forex market.
Mm.
Forex market has
Mm.
bodies in the
Mm.
UK and US that help to
Mm.
regulate it.
Mm.
So these are some of the reasons why forex trading is not gambling.
Okay. Great. So thank you very much. So
My pleasure.
investment vehicles. Forex is an investment vehicle. Can you talk
Mhm.
about the different investment vehicles?
Well, there are a series of investment vehicles. We have investment vehicles that are low risk. Now, low risk, low return. We have investment vehicles that are medium risk and then medium return. And then we have investment vehicles that are high risk and high return. Now, when you talk about low risk, low return, within a specific time, you can talk about things like maybe treasury bills where you buy government bonds and all these things. Those are low risks. They could give you like 10% per annum, and then you know that you are not going to lose the money. It's
Oh.
government bonds, but you are going to wait for over a year.
Okay.
Then I think when you talk about medium risk, medium return,
Mm.
or maybe sort of low risk, medium risk, you can talk about real estate.
Mm.
Investing into real estate, except for situations where your document is not verified or stuff, then if you have good documents, then you have the risks very low, and then within an extended period of time, you can make a lot of money, right? You can make money. It may not be a lot,
Enough. Yeah.
but it can also be a lot, but with time,
Okay.
right? Then you have investment vehicles that have high risk but high return. Now, what does it mean high risk? High risk means the possibility of you losing your money.
Mm.
Yeah. So you have things like forex trading, maybe the stock market,
Mm.
right? And then some other trading and others, which provide you high risk. You can lose a lot of money without risk management, and but you can make a lot of money within a short time. Just like I talked about leverage, the concept of leverage, where you can make a lot of money in the forex market within a short period of time. So there's also something we call risk appetite. Risk appetite deals with the your personality. You need to study your personality to be able to ascertain what type of risk am I do I have affinity for. So certain people are people that they go with low risk. They want their money to just grow gradually. They don't care about it growing
Mhm.
fast. They are
Mhm.
okay. They want to be able to sleep at night.
Yeah.
But there's a popular forex trader called FX Lion. He's a very high risk type of person. Somebody
Oh.
said he can sell his land to fund his account and trade. We have another forex trader called Happy Forex. He is a very high risk. Those guys have high risk
Wow.
appetite. They lose a lot of money, but when they make money,
They
you
make
see
a
that
lot.
it's massive, millions of dollars or thousands of dollars within a short period of time. So
Mhm.
just think about it and then determine what type of risk appetite you have.
So I was going to thank you. I brought that to say this. I was speaking with someone today. And then I've met a couple of persons that are in various investment vehicles. And then one of the things I was telling somebody today, I say, if I enter into any investment, one of the things I like to see is the protection of my capital.
Mm-hmm. Very
Yes. So
important.
why is it that? So let me use poultry for example. Person I was talking to today was talking about how he invested in poultry, and then at the end of it, he was making an amount monthly a return. At the end of it, when the poultry stopped, he got his capital back.
Wow.
But I found out that that's really not it. It's forex,
Mm-hmm.
and most times people want to invest, but because their capital, the return of their capital is not guaranteed, especially on the financial market, the foreign exchange market, they don't invest in it. Why is that? So why is the foreign exchange different from other?
Okay, so let me say this. One of the reasons why we have a lot of problem in the forest industry, and it could be an advantage and disadvantage, is because of the barrier of entry is very low. And this is what I mean. For you to operate as an engineer in Nigeria, you need a license. For you to operate as a doctor, you need to be
Correct.
licensed. You need to be inducted
That's
into the
right.
medical profession.
That's true.
But all it takes you to be a forest trader now is for us to just sign up into a broker, and then you've become a fund your
Correct.
account, you've become a forex trader. So this is one of the reasons why it's an advantage in the sense that anybody can be allowed into the industry. There's no discrimination. But the side effect is that many people are termed forex traders, but they don't have adequate knowledge or a system of verification of how good
So
they
are you
have
now
become.
let me cut you. You still
Mhm.
continue. So are you not saying it's possible to have more in quote scammers claiming to be forex traders that open Telegram and keep posting? So how do we now verify?
So what I'm saying, like you've asked, is that there are many people, like if you have rightly asked, that are gamblers in the forest space, but
Hmm.
are not really forest traders because they don't know what it really takes to be a forest trader. It takes, I say, forest trading is an industry on its own. When you are studying to be a doctor, you spend close to 6 years studying, and you don't earn any money studying. You
Hmm.
are the one paying.
Yeah.
So people come into the industry and in 1 to 2 years they want to earn. You've not paid into, do you understand the concept? You've not invested into knowledge.
Okay.
So you don't have adequate
So it's
knowledge.
part of that pain, losing your money.
No, well, losing your money is part of the process, but I wouldn't say it is. What I would say is that you have to pay for knowledge, pay to learn well.
Hmm.
Do you understand the concept? Now, another thing I would say is the reason why we have issues with people investing into forex trading and losing their capital is this is the reason. Now, forex trading is not an industry that is designed for poor people. To be
Hmm.
honest with
Oh
you,
wow.
it wasn't designed for poor people. Just like real estate is
Oh
not designed
wow.
for poor people.
That's right.
So, forex trading is designed that you would enter into the industry when you are trading. Professional traders risk between 1 to 2% per trade. one
Okay.
to 2%. But let me ask you, the person that wants to invest with you, if he or she gives you $100, 1 to 2% of $100 is how much? That's $1, right? $1 to $2.
Hmm.
How long will it take for
Uh,
you to make money? But let me ask you something. Just imagine your capital is $1 million. One
yeah.
to 2% is like how much? Maybe 10K, right?
Yeah.
ten
Thank you,
thousand
boss.
dollars. Making 5% in a month of $1 million. You see now that you're profitable. So I tell my students that a lot of people are actually profitable traders. It's just that their volume of capital is very small. So
Hmm.
they are under pressure in this part of the world because of the economy to make a lot of return within a short time, not knowing that they're actually profitable traders. Just the challenge is you have a little capital. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So if I'm trading with, let's say, $100,000, I can confidently make 3 to 5% per month in a year. That can be like 3 times 12 should be like maybe 60%. 60% per year. If you meet any serious investor, they'll tell you that's a Ponzi scheme.
Hmm.
But a profitable trader can confidently do that. But you can meet someone that is making that type of return, but because the person has little capital, he may not consider that valuable. All that is in his mind is to flip that $100 to become one thousand
Hmm.
five hundred dollars. That's over 1,000%, which is not realistic. That's why people lose money.
Oh,
So if you approach it on a professional basis, you look for good capital, focus on little risks and give it time,
wow.
you will make a lot of
Wow.
money.
This is massive. All right,
That's it.
thank you, sir. So, I also heard someone some weeks ago, and then so I'll permit me to call names, and then he
Okay.
made mention of you mentioned FX Lion, Harvey Forex. I know there's a Jeffrey Benson, so he
Yes.
used Jeffrey Benson as a case study and say people like Jeffrey Benson. I don't he probably did not have. I've heard somebody more than one person talk about Jeffrey Benson in this light. They said that they became rich by selling courses. Yeah, what can you say about that?
Okay, so what I would say about Jeffrey Benson is um, Jeffrey Benson is one of my mentors. When I
Mm,
started off, he's one of my mentors. So, but the record speaks for itself. Go
mm.
to YouTube, search Jeffrey Benson, and go as far back as 5 years ago and see when he was in one room trading $50, doing prop firms, making withdrawals, taking losses, and follow it from that 5 years and see how he started making some more profits, making bigger profits, and withdrawing. And you can see the journey. One of the things that I bless God for my mentor Jeffrey Benson is that he recorded the journey.
So let me interrupt you. You
Mm-hmm.
continue. So I was as we were talking about 5 years ago and the progress, and I'm thinking, is it not possible for someone to create a channel
Mm-hmm.
and use? I know they are dummy accounts, demo accounts rather. So is it not possible for a person to do that and probably be trading demo account or falsify? Now is the word falsify their return. So I think essentially I'm asking is that when he withdraws the money, does he?
Okay, so let me say this. God's servant Bishop David Oyedepo says, only fools lack proof. Only fools lack proof.
Yeah, clock
So, yeah, clock it.
it.
So, when you see that somebody is doing something and you see real results
Mm,
and you are still doubting it, that's you being foolish. Now, people doubt.
mm.
There was a trade when I was doing my NYC in 2023. There was a trade where Jeff Benson took and he made over $600,000. Many people would doubt that trade wasn't good, but the thing was I saw the sales on GBP USD and I took those same sales.
On
It
a
was
real
just
account.
on a real account. It was just that my capital was less than his.
Uh-huh.
So it was real profit, real time, real
So
trade.
which means you made profit.
I made profit from
Oh,
the same trade. So many
oh.
people doubt that these people they make money from. Let me tell you the truth. The truth is, if I can if I understand a skill and you want me to teach you that skill, I'm not
Mm.
going to, if I know that skill is valuable, I'm not going to teach it to you for free. You are going to pay for my time.
Mm-hmm.
So you are going to pay for my time. And then what makes the ocean is not one stream coming into the ocean, it's several
Mm-hmm.
streams, multiple streams. So I make money from actively trading the market. If you want me to teach you how I make money, you pay
Okay,
for me
so
to teach you. And the more valuable and the more skillful I become, then the higher my price will go because the demand has increased.
mm,
If 1,000 people want me to teach them, and then it gets to a period when 10,000 people want me to teach them, the people that can't afford me, they should go and learn from other people that they can afford. It's just basically a basic
wow,
economy.
wow, wow. Thank you, sir. Two more questions. You're trying to divert me. So let me just hit
Okay,
this and hit the last question. You've diverted me. So let me
okay.
ask on mentorship. You made mention of paying for mentorship.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with paying for? What's wrong with getting free mentorship?
Free mentorship. Okay, so one of my friend, who I'm not going to mention his name here, always used to say, "Pay for knowledge, pay for knowledge,
Mm,
pay for knowledge," and he imputed it into my mentality as like a stronghold. That why is it that you don't go to school and then they say,
free
come to
education.
school and learn for free? Of course, we have free education,
Mm-hmm,
but the truth
mm-hmm.
is, human psychology is, if you don't pay for knowledge, number one, you're
You
not
will
going
not
to take it
value
very
it.
serious.
That's
You are
right.
not going to value it.
That's right.
You are not. So there's a place of you paying, and then when you've paid, you can take the lesson seriously, and then you know that you have invested a portion of your sweat into it, and then you are going to take it
Mm.
seriously and learn.
Where your heart is, your treasure is the
Very
same
true.
thing. All
Very
right.
true.
All right. Thanks. So I was listening to a podcast and someone said she did, she's I think they call them phonography or something. She does videos with phone.
Okay.
And then she said she had taught over 200 students across different continents for free for many years. And then one of the things that happened was that in that her free, some people came back to insult her and tell her, well, and in that podcast, she said something that she taught them in that, and I'm like, whoa, this is what you give for free. Well, so yeah, paid mentor. So last question: if a person would like to, I know you have a hedge fund, Osha,
Yes, sir.
if I'm not mistaken, yeah. So if somebody wants to learn from you, I'm not going to ask you to mention the amount, but how do they get to reach you,
Okay.
and then how long can a person school before they begin to see?
See, well, if you want to learn, my details will be communicated in
Okay,
the
yeah,
caption
yeah.
of how you can reach me, and then so that we can begin a mentorship process. Now, I'm going to tell you, if you want to learn, don't come with a mindset of getting rich quick. If that's your mindset, just go. I'm serious, just go, because that mindset is what makes people lose in the market. That's
Mm,
what I tell my students. Take away the mindset of getting rich quick. Even the Bible says, wealth gotten quickly flies away.
that's
You
right.
have to give it time. But if you learn this skill, you become an endangered species. You become an endangered species because you have what every rich person is looking for: ability to multiply money.
Mm.
So if you want to learn, you can reach out to me. My link will be in the bio, as or you can reach out through him, and then give it time. At least give it 3 years. It could be earlier, but at least give it 3 years. Your university degree is 4 years. You've not earned any money from it, but you're still paying, and you still do NYC. And that's just the truth. I I bet those guys that were talking about the lady that did those mentorship for free.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, I'm not throwing shade, but I'm sure they're Africans, because white people don't think that way, or maybe
uh,
enlightened. They don't think that way.
enlighten
It's
people.
Africans that will do that. No value for what's it called, for knowledge. So that's it.
I'm
Thank
sure
you
a
so
lot of
much.
people will come at you for this thing you
Well,
just said.
sorry, my bad, but
Well,
I
yeah,
have to say the
enlighten
truth.
people always go for knowledge. I know I said that was the last question, but let me just call it a wrap-up question. So
Okay,
you made mention of larger capitals to trade. If someone was going to trade for you, what's the cap
if somebody is to trade for
or
me, or if
what's the
I'm to trade
minimum
for
for
somebody,
someone? Sorry.
okay, minimum. Well, let me just say for now, at least $1,000.
Okay.
At least $1,000.
Hmm.
Because if you want to do proper risk management, now, if you want to trade, one of the key factors in forex trading is risk management. Now, if you want to do a risk management on $50 account, you want to risk between 1 to 2% per trade. That means if you take 10 losses, your trade, your what's it called? Your capital is still valid. Where is 10 losses in $50? Your account is gone. Do you
Hmm.
understand? But if you are risking 1 to 2% on a $10, on a $1,000 account, you know that you can make substantial profit, and you are still keeping your risk management.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that's it.
Thank you. In as much as this is, should I call it not a financial advice, but I don't say it's a financial advice, but well, you have the information. Make do. Uh, I have him here, but I'm not sure. So, like he has said, this is very high risk. Make your decision. So, I'm trying to say that whatever profits he's making from, I'm not sharing part of that profit and all. All right. So, thank
Thank you.
you, Paul Agogo,
Yes.
CEO, Osha,
Osha Hedge.
pronounce hedge, Osha Hedge Fund.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, privilege, for
Thank you
having
for
me.
being with us.
Thank you